Linda.
Hey, Jess.
How are you?
Good. How's this camera angle?
It's perfect.
Perfect. You told me it was a little like
boobulicious.
Boobulicious before.
Got a lot of boob action going on there. Hi, Steph. Hi, Peter. Hi, Patty Ann. So I tagged you on Facebook if you want to go ahead and approve.
Okay, yeah, it didn't come up yet, but I will check, Jess. I'll keep. It says on a post I'm tagged in from 4 minutes ago. Let's see.
That would be it.
That would be it. Okay, and it doesn't say I have to do permission here, so I don't know if I'm.
It's okay.
But I'm on with you. I'm on with you.
Let's see. If I'll just do a half naked conversations with Linda Bell.
Okay. And
there we are. I'm gonna do a quick watch party.
Yeah. It's not asking. Because it's not asking me for permission on here.
Something. All right, there we go. So I just started a watch party for us. So if anybody wants to come in, they can come in and say hi.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Jess started a watch party.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now, do I have to? Oh, so now you're watching, and anybody can come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in. I can see. I'll suggest the video. There we go.
There you go.
You what?
I see you and her both talking.
We're both talking. Okay, thank you.
There's a lot of conversations going on right here.
All right, so I'm going out of my.
Oh my God, you have to mute it.
I just went out of my laptop and I'm just talking to you on my phone. Are we good? Because I can hear you. Perfect. Yes? Jess, talk.
Oh, no, we're not
now
good.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can. Yes.
Okay, we're good. Yeah,
we're good. Yes, I can hear you. We're both on.
If you guys are on here, hit the like buttons. I can hear you too.
I can hear you perfect. How are you, my dear? What? I like how we both have hats on.
Oh, this is great. We're gonna have an echo. Do you hear the echo stuff? You don't hear the echo? Do you hear the echo, Linda?
I do not.
Okay. So
I can lower the volume on my phone if you'd like me to do that. I can lower the volume. Does that help? Did that help you at all?
Well, no, hold on. What I'm gonna No, you're fine. No, please. No. Oh, you're on one. Okay, shh. Okay, stop talking for a second. Don't talk. Okay, so what's happening is I have two screens going, and so I have to get out of this one screen.
Okay. Because I'm only on one.
Oh no, this is not good. No. Still start talking. I just need to leave the watch party. Hold on a second. All right. Okay. Well, that's been fun. All right, Linda, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and I was just told that there's no echo.
Okay, it was only on my
watching.
end.
It was on your end, and there was no echo.
Awful.
I turned my laptop off. I'm on my phone. Am I still boobalicious?
Well, I'm not going to call you boobalicious.
Well, I'm here. So now, can you still see me? Because I want to be hands-free here.
I can see you.
Good.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Absolutely. You look great.
Okay. You look like you're going like this a lot.
A lot. Well, because I'm trying to position. because
Well,
before
did
you
you get
had me play with the. I like the hats. I like the hats.
Yeah, I'm wearing my I didn't take a shower today hat. It's
Yeah.
not a fashion statement at all.
Well, I'm wearing, Stephen has a company. The other night when I was on Facebook Live, I had Baltimore Ravens. And so, you know how like you're wearing the same outfit? I didn't want to go on with the same hat. And people go,
Right.
oh, what is she, like a Ravens fan? And I'm not, because like the other night I explained that my son lives in Baltimore and I was having a very bad hair day in Baltimore. So I was just wearing a Ravens hat that I bought at the airport. There was no meaning or anything behind it. But this is Industrial Baking Equipment, LLC. Oh my God, now you can really see.
I can see it was a no shower hat day for you too.
It was a no shower hat day.
Because this is what it's like to be a comedian, not have a gig. You don't have to take a shower.
We don't have to get dressed. Well, I do bathe every day, but here's my thing. I got my hair color that I ordered from Amazon, which is L'Oreal, and it arrived. Oh, I keep screwing this up. There we go. I'm just going to stay still. I ordered my hair color. Why is that screwing up? There we go. I ordered my. I'm playing with it. I ordered my hair color, and I'm playing with it. I ordered the hair color, and I'm going to do that probably tomorrow because I'm about 8 weeks in with this gray going on here.
You got a lot of gray going on.
A little gray going on, but since I turned 60 in February. You were at my birthday party, so you know.
Yeah.
You were at the festivities.
Yes, I was. I love you, Linda.
I love you too. You were at the festivities, and you know I could dance. You know I can move.
Oh, you can move.
Lady. I can move.
You can move. I cannot move.
And, well, Steph got up on the floor with us, but anyway. So when all this happened, people 60 and over are entitled to these special shopping hours. Maybe I shouldn't color my hair because I'm thinking like, you know, I don't want to look that good where they have to come over and say, excuse me, madam, but you know, this is for people 60 and over. We have to ask you to leave now. So
yeah. I would get, excuse me, sir, but you don't look like you're over 60.
Meanwhile, I'm too neurotic. So anyway, let me go back to the hat. So you
can't
know,
see the video anymore. I didn't either. Hit your refresh buttons, ladies. Steph, can you look and check and see if they can see it on the watch party still? Check the watch party on Facebook under my page. We'll keep going. Listen, before we keep going, I want to introduce you so people know who you are.
Yeah.
That would be good, right?
That would be good so people know who the hell I am.
And I want to say to Diane, if you can't see the video, just refresh it. Sometimes it'll just stop on its own. This is my very fabulous and funny friend, Linda Belt, who I've known since I started comedy, which is amazing. I think you were the second headliner I ever booked.
Wow.
Yeah. So just so that people can get an idea of who you are, I wanted to share a little clip.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Okay. And while that's going, we won't be able to talk, but let's go ahead and play the clip.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Oh. All right, hold on. I got a lot of stuff going on here. That was a great set.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jess. Here we go. Let me move this over. I'm just going to hold it because that seems to be the best. Thank you. That was so much fun that night. The Ladies of Laughter.
Are we still? Hold on a second.
I can hear you. I'm here.
There we go. I just had to. I am having all sorts of audio issues tonight.
And I'm like having this camera thing, but let me prop this up. Yeah, that was fun. The Ladies of Laughter was a lot of fun. It was.
Are you okay there? You drinking too much?
Good. No, you know what? This is an empty glass over here. This is my mug. You know that joke that I just did in there? You know it's time to hang it up when you have to say, please talk dirty into my good ear.
Yeah.
And then look at that. Look
you had a mug made?
I had a mug made.
That's fantastic.
And look at that. Look at the artwork. It's new. I just started selling these.
You did?
Yes. So I sold 9 of these on March 7th in New Jersey. Yeah, 9 of these on March 7th.
How much are you selling those for?
$10.
Good for you.
Yeah, in New Jersey. Before all hell broke loose.
Hell broke loose.
March 7th was I had 2 gigs that day in Jersey.
Yeah,
March 7th, I had one in the afternoon. I had a bridal shower. I'm going to put my glasses on so I could see. And one at night. And that's where I sold my mugs. So thank you. That was fun. That was a fun tape. That was
a very fun set that you did.
Thank you. The Ladies of Laughter was a lot of fun. It was a competition, and I'm not really big on the concept of competition, but I didn't see it like that at that time. It was fun. There was a lot of camaraderie. I got to meet so many people that I normally would not have met. It was great. It was awesome. It was a great experience.
That's awesome. Yay!
Yay! So now that we talked about our hats.
Yeah, so how is everything else going with you?
Good. Okay, so a little bit of a bright spot.
Okay.
Today I got a phone call I was waiting for. The phone call was from Jersey, and I have a gig in May. Had a gig. Okay. Let's correct that. Had a gig in May. And she called to tell me that even if they reopened, it's a fundraiser, that it was May like 25th or something like that.
Yeah.
But she said even if they reopened, it wasn't going to be enough people would come out. But she told me keep the deposit because they're going to reschedule to next spring.
Well, that was very generous.
That was very generous.
That's very, very kind.
Very kind. That was the second client who did that, because most people, most of my contracts are the whole non-refundable. But in this case, come on, Jess, how do you not?
It's a little hard not to refund the money.
How do you not refund somebody who you couldn't even, this was unimaginable. I mean, you couldn't see it coming. But for the people who said that they just wanted to hold on to the deposit for a later date, I thought was so promising.
That's good.
And I did get booked. Who's talking over there?
That's Thumper.
Is that Thumper? Hey, Thumper. So for those who don't know, I've met Thumper and Henry. Oh my God, they're so cute. There's a little boo-boo.
Thumper? Thumper?
So it's a hi, Thumper.
Okay.
So it's surreal to our friends who are watching, who, are not in the industry. Because those of us, our colleagues, the other colleagues you've had on, my colleagues you've had on here, to those, it's surreal because we need a live audience.
Yes, we do.
Right. We're not a job where let's go work at home.
It's been hard to work from home.
Let's telecommute. Because even the other night when I went Facebook Live, somebody who had never seen me before wrote, "Oh, I really enjoyed your show." And I wanted to say to people, when you're watching me do this is not our show.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how did that go?
It was fun. I just did kind of like a monologue. I don't want to call it a rant because I'm not really a ranty person, but although you know me, I could be.
You can rant. I've heard you rant. I've heard you.
I know you've heard me rant. You mean in our private conversations?
Yes.
You mean the shit that I don't post on Facebook?
Yes.
Like, can you believe they said that? Can you believe they did it? Those rants, Jess? Those rants? Yeah. Well, we're in this industry. We have rants.
We have private rants.
We have private rants because this is what
I
I
would agree with you. That'd probably be a lot more like a monologue. I think that's weird for a comedian.
Yeah.
Now, did you do that? You did that on Zoom so that you could hear people laughing, or what?
No, it was Facebook Live. I didn't hear people laughing because my friend in Ohio put it together. She had a musician, then she had a comedian, and I was 7 to 7:15, so I had to watch my day. And I really did more like, what's the lack of a better word, musings.
You did some
current musings on the current situation. Things like ordering online because I don't want to go into a store right now. And I talked about old lady and technology where you go online, you fill out your cart, but I clicked my cart twice.
Yeah.
And instead of $150 worth of groceries, I had 300. But hell, nothing's going to waste over here.
No. Someone
so
just asked, do you actually get naked? No, we don't.
No.
They're half naked conversations, which implies that you only have. Basically, the rules are is that you have to dress from the waist up. What you do from the waist down, we don't care because we can't see it.
You can't see, and we're not discussing. And we're about the hats tonight. We're all about.
I was like, I'm running a little late. I think I better just throw a hat on.
Yeah, because all right. So I'm going to go into a little bit of my princess thing here. I know this is going to sound terrible, but it's the truth. Comedians were all about the truth. Because I was working every weekend, we have gigs every weekend. I would get my hair done. I go to the salon like every week and get a wash and a blow dry.
Do you really?
Yeah, not now, but I did. So what I'm discovering is I discovered things that we can do ourselves that we never thought we can do. Like, I can actually wash and blow dry my own hair. Imagine that.
That's crazy.
I can actually wait for my gel nails to fall off. Like three out of. Well, yes, because I have gel. So like this is the gel and this is the real nail. Okay. So 3 out of the 10
have fallen off. That's only taking 6 weeks, so that works really well.
Oh yeah, 6. Well, that's what I discovered. So here's what I discovered. I was going to the salon every 2 weeks to have this fill, and now I'm like, what the hell? I just discovered this shit's gonna last 6 weeks. So why go every 2? Now that I know it's gonna last. Because when you make the appointment, they're like, oh, should we book you in 2 weeks? And I'm like, yeah, because you're thinking your nails are gonna look all jaggedy and raggedy and terrible. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, book those nails for 2 weeks. So with my hair. So now I went on Amazon and I just ordered some clear stuff to put on.
Is there a way to take the gel off, or do you just have to wait
they're just going to fall off. They're just going to fall off. And that's another thing. The other night, somebody was looking and they go, oh, your nails look good. And I was like, oof. But I guess by today's standards, current standards, this is looking good.
You never know. You might start saving yourself some money after this.
Yeah. You know how I know my life, we would say, like BC, and I, here I am, this Jewish woman. I didn't need like before Christ. I meant before children, like BC before children. After this will be like right. This will be PP post pandemic. So I think we're going to have changes in our life that we're going to end up calling PP. Honestly, like post.
Well, I have changes in my
pandemic.
life where I go PP.
Oh well,
I'll be walking to the bathroom and I'll be like, I'm going PP.
PP. Well, that's a whole nother story because of all this. My gym is closed. That's another thing.
Right. Well, you've been walking a lot.
I've been walking.
One of the ways you take care of yourself is by doing a lot of walking, right?
Well, the walking is good. I find the walking is good. Psychologically, it's good. A little bit of sunshine is good. I have my iPod from 2010 that my daughter loaded up. And it's just amazing how many songs that I discovered that still work that I love, like Kanye, Diamonds Are Forever. Oh my God, I don't know what it is about that song, but I love it. I just like keep replaying it like a crazy person.
I'm going to have to go listen to it because I'm not sure
which one you're talking about. I also walk down the street dancing and I'm like, well, who the hell is out here?
You never know. You might have people watching you walk.
Well, you know what? You're supposed to dance like no one's watching. But I'm the type like, who cares if they are?
You're like, I hope someone's watching.
So that was my thing. I was walking 4 miles and then I have to pee because I'm a woman of a certain age. You know, I'd walk, and then I go, oh, damn, 4 miles, 3 miles, and I had to leave the last mile to go home. But I actually made it till 5.
Did you really?
Yeah, I made it till 5 yesterday. Almost today, a little 4.5 today.
Wow, that's crazy.
But while I was on my walk, somebody was doing some home improvements at their house around the block from me, and they just have this old toilet sitting on the side of the road. You saw that? I posted on Facebook. Yeah. So it's like, my God, did they hear my pleas? Did they hear like, oh, Linda Belt needs somewhere to pee?
Well, what I think would have been funny is if you had actually taken a squat on the potty in the middle of your walk.
I could do that. I could do that tomorrow if that thing is still there. I can do it.
Just go for it.
Yeah. So
if anybody notices, ma'am, you can't do that.
Excuse me, ma'am. So I mean, we're doing the best we can, but like I said, for people who are watching, our fans who are tuning in, but again, some of the comments I got the other night were, wow, they're friends, you know, who may have never seen me live or, you know, maybe just saw that video or have never seen me perform live. And then they go to a Facebook Live during something like this. And when people go, oh, I really enjoyed your quote unquote show. It's not a good representation because how do you explain the importance of our live audience? It's like almost like, this is what I'm saying. It's unimaginable. I mean, we can have fun.
You know what it is? It's almost like giving somebody a hug. You can't hug someone without someone being there. You can wish it, you know, but you actually have to have the person to be there to hug them. So, so my new analogy now is laughter is like a hug. It holds you and it makes you happy.
But you know what's so sweet? I realized that is so true and so sweet. And what I realized were some of the comments that I was getting while it was on live, you know how people are chiming in and writing the comments on Facebook, was how many people said, so good to see you, so good to hear you. Thanks for lightening things up. You know, just even the few jokes that you're making and just our posts on Facebook. You know, we're Facebook friends, so you can see me. Like today, for instance, you saw me pose with a picture of a body shaper, a Spanx, if you will.
I don't think I saw that post today.
Oh, you didn't see it? So it's not a real Spanx brand. It's like a generic Spanx, a pseudo Spanx. Because one of my friends wrote Spanx for the laugh. It was
very funny.
So I took this body shaper, put it over my head, wrapped it around my mouth, and then you take a hair tie. And I did that actually to go through the drive-through at CVS. And
for a mask?
For a mask, because you think of that holding in flab, flub, cellulite on my ass. You think how tight that thing has to be to hold everything in. And I'm like, damn, no virus is getting through this.
That's too funny.
So you do what you gotta do.
Spanx. Nothing gets through Spanx.
I could barely breathe through that thing. So
I think I threw my back out wearing Spanx once.
I don't usually wear it, but I'll tell you, the few pair I have, it came in handy because I realized it was. Go look at the picture today.
I'll look at the picture when we get off.
So now that's what I said. I said, ladies, you thought your body shaper was only good for your flab, your flub, your cellulite, or as I say, your hail damage, right?
That is too funny. Let me see if I can find the picture real quick so we can show everybody what you're talking about.
Yeah, me wrapped in it's on Facebook today.
That is too funny. Oh, where are you?
Because I have a real mask.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Stephen had some before all this, so we had them, but I'm very careful with where I'm using it, and it would really to only be going to a store because I'd rather just.
There you are.
Okay, gang. Okay, gang. That
was Spanx, huh?
That's a Spanx. That's a body shaper.
That's something.
Hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. So quite honestly, I don't really want to go into stores now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I did that to go through a drive-through. The drive-through at CVS. I put that on. But to go into a store, I've been doing the curbside pickup. Little curbside. But I'm getting, you know what, Jess? I'm getting addicted to it. It's really scary.
To the curbside pickup?
Yeah, I had this big, because you know how you have to wait to get a time slot?
Yeah.
And so I'm afraid if I don't take the time slot, I'll have to wait too long. So I just take the time slot, whether I really need groceries or not.
Are they sending time slots out to you?
No, what you do, the local market I'm using has 6 different locations.
Okay.
So I set up my account and I put the order in. And then when you go to pay, it will say it had 1 day available. 1 day this month, April 25th. And that's Saturday.
Wow.
So it's take it or leave it.
Wow.
Kind of when my mother was little and I go, I don't want that for supper. And she would say, well, your choices are take it or leave it. That's your choice. So this is
my choice is you'll sit there and eat it and look what happened to me.
Right. So your choice was take it or leave it. So today I took it and I'm like, this is really not good.
So out of 6 stores, they're doing drive-by. So the grocery store workers are picking all the food and they're taking them out to this. They're bringing it to you. And
I've had 2 of the shoppers on 2 different times call me to say, oh, hi, Linda, this is your shopper. I see that you allow substitutions. And you got to hand it to them. I mean, they're going down aisle by aisle, going down aisle by aisle.
And then when you get to the store, they bring it out to your car, or you go in and pay for it?
No. Oh, no. I get to the store. I sit in the parking lot. I call. And I go, I'm here. I pop my trunk. Well, I pop the trunk. I get out. I spray it with Lysol because the bags are going to be put down. Yeah. Then I leave some money in an envelope for a tip. And then first I spray and sanitize the money. Then I put it in the envelope. Then I sanitize.
You're a good Jewish mommy.
Oh, yeah. Money laundering. It's
money laundering. Yes.
I'm a money launderer these days, literally. Yeah. I spray the money because money's nasty, but the money I'm using, I've had kicking around for a while. So that's, pretty nasty. So, but I clean it and I leave that in the trunk. They take their money. I leave a tip for my shopper. I leave a tip for the person who rolled it out.
Which I think is very, very kind of you.
Yeah, because you know what? The girl who was shopping told me that the majority of people have not been tipping her. And I think that's very unfortunate. That's the word I'm going to use. I know people are hurting. I know people are really struggling financially, but
Yeah.
I feel even if it's just something, it's a courtesy. It's something
Yeah.
they're doing,
Yeah.
for you. And she was nice. I mean, she called me aisle by aisle, like, oh, like we have chocolate chip cookie dough, but we don't have friendlies. Would Hood be okay? And of course, I want to say, well, what a stupid question, because it's just fucking ice cream.
Oh, but ice cream
Ice
is
cream,
very
just,
important right now.
but put any ice cream in my
You know what I've
cart,
noticed? What I've noticed is I get a little bit of ice cream and then I would just want to keep eating it. And I'm talking about the half-gallon ice creams. I'm like, this is not good. I mean, I'm going to just explode.
Well, that's why I've been walking,
Yeah,
because,
well, you're the smart one.
well, I'm in,
You're
I'm in a,
you do yoga every day. Are you still doing
I
that at
was,
home?
I was doing yoga, and then since all this, I can still do yoga online. I did it once or twice, but I found through all this, I don't know how to explain it, but I just found getting outside
Was
versus
better?
being inside, it was better. I could probably do both, but yeah, I mean, I could practice. The yoga will help me with the social distancing, because I could stretch,
Yeah.
and then make sure my legs could social distance.
I was doing I learned how to do the downward dog in a horizontal position the other day.
Oh, the downward dog. Downward dog.
Horizontally.
Hor-
I call it the fetal position.
the fetal position. Well, actually, the fetal position was the name in yoga. It's child's pose.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well,
It's
horizontal
yeah.
downward dog gives you the
Well,
picture.
it's a little variation on child's pose. But yeah, I like yoga. I'm probably going to have to go back. There's a lot of, like my gym that's closed, they're doing online classes, they're doing
Oh, that's
yoga
good.
online. Yeah. Or
I
you
think
can
people
just,
are really becoming very creative in how they get out to people,
yeah, they're doing all kinds of classes.
I
There's
wish I
yoga.
could teach something. Like I wish I knew how to play the guitar or something so that I could teach it, and be helpful some way.
Well, we're being helpful, we're entertaining people. Even you write a post a day on Facebook. As comedians, here's the way
I have not been feeling very funny the past few days.
I know, and it's hard.
And
And that's what I
really
tried.
tough.
And that's what I try to explain to people. We're human. We have families. We're in relationships. There's stress right now. We're worried about loved ones.
Yeah.
I have a son out of state. My daughter's up here in Connecticut now, but she came up from New York. I have a sister in California. I have a sister in Maryland. My son's down in Baltimore. But on the other hand, I try to find, I'm not a glass half empty, a glass half full. I'm kind of like just keep refilling the glass kind of gal. Like if it's empty, right? If it's empty, just refill it. I think right. I think we're always like, is the glass half full or if the glass half empty? We forget the glass is just refillable.
A glass, it's a vessel.
Right. The glass, we can refill, and it's hard. And I try to explain that to people. So
someone just said, yes, Linda, but bear in mind, y'all are some straight up New York Jews, though.
What?
I don't know what that means. Do you know who that is?
No, because I'm not seeing that because I'm just on this link.
Huh.
Was that on Facebook?
A very small niche. Yeah, I don't even know if that's a friend of yours.
Oh, that's really weird.
Huh.
But, so this pandemic brings out the best in people and obviously the worst in people, if that was just an insult that I just got. So
I don't know.
I have to look. Let me put my glasses on and see if that's coming up.
Well, I don't want to show it now.
All right. I'll go back and look.
I don't think it was a bad thing because someone just said, oh my God, Linda, I hope you didn't use it talking about the toilet. And then this person seems to know you.
Oh, so then they know me. Then they meant it as
not a bad thing.
They didn't mean it as a bad thing. They may meant it like straight up New Jersey.
Yeah.
New York.
Not an insult.
I don't know. Not an insult.
It was an insult.
But that's another conversation, Jess. We know
Yeah.
that. Because you know what people forget? They forget that 99.9% of my audiences are not Jewish, and that I have to perform for
Kinda
people.
Like
I've been in the
9% of my audiences are not gay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when people see the real us, and they know the real us, and they see a picture of me on Facebook and I'm celebrating Passover in my private Seder with my boyfriend, but the 2 days later I'm doing Easter with him. It's again, they're forgetting about our humanness and who we are and the lives that we have, families, relationships. And I've been out in Ohio. I've been in Kentucky. I've been in towns in the Midwest where I don't think these people have ever seen a Jew in their life.
Right.
And of course, my material is going to be different than what it's going to be if I'm performing in a synagogue in New Jersey.
Right.
So, like you just said, and when you're and not to sound, well, it's a funny word that just makes me laugh, braggadocious, not to sound braggadocious. When you become a professional comedian and you become good at what you do, you know how to do the variations in your material, because we have to switch it up. We have to be able to work.
Yeah. And that, you have to know your audience.
You have to know your audience.
Yeah.
And also have confidence in your material. And also going back to what you say, what people don't realize is we also have to work when we're not really feeling funny.
Yeah.
You know,
that happens a lot.
I did a gig. I did a 45-minute set 3 years ago, the night after my mother died.
I know.
You know, I did a show the night that afternoon. I put my dog of 16 and a half years had to be put down that afternoon. We go to work. You know, I don't think it is amazing. And I don't think people, but we do what we do because that's what we do. And we don't,
I also think it helps us get through those times.
Yes. And, you know, I don't know many comedians who've called their bookers or canceled a gig. Oh, you know, I mean, I understand we're human and we can get sick or have something extremely serious, but we're truly, the show must go on, people.
Yeah.
And like, even in all this, because we go into a zone, or, you know, I worked the week my father died. I worked the week my brother died, and I worked the week I don't mean to be going down this road of,
we're going down the road.
But no, but it goes back to what you were saying about, you know, not feeling funny. And maybe people were tuning in tonight going, you know, we thought this would be a laugh fest. Where this is,
I don't really put any kind of restrictions or expectations on this, other than just having a conversation, checking in, seeing how my comic friends are doing, how they're getting through things, what's funny to them, if anything's funny to them. You know, I think people dying and losing their jobs it's kind of taking a toll on me. Like, I'm getting kind of like, it hurts.
Yeah, and you know what? I am using my sense of humor. You have to. Like the other night, I was talking about how, like, every pain, every scratch in my throat, it's like, oh my God, do I have a fever? Do I have a fever? You know, like that.
God, when did I do that without this pandemic?
and we couldn't find a thermometer, and I found one in my house. So just people know, I'm absolutely following this entire protocol. Stephen and I are just seeing each other. We're not allowing other people into our homes. We're not going out. If I see my daughter, it's at the 6 feet and I just drop food off, you know, really maintaining these rules. But so I said, oh, sure.
Amy, get up on the couch. Get up there.
Oh,
he can't get up on the couch until I tell him to get up on the couch. He's not a smart dog. He knows he can get up on the couch. But he'll bark until I say, come on, up.
See, but he wants permission.
He wants, you're a good boy, baby. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
So
yeah, it's yeah.
So you couldn't get a thermometer, so I found one in my house under my bathroom sink.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Well, no, I had in a case, and everything, Jess. And
how did you get to the point where you're like, let's look under the bathroom sink?
Because I knew as a neurotic woman, I had everything. I had to have had that there.
Okay.
I knew it was there. Plus, I'm a mother, and I knew at some point there was a thermometer in my house.
Right. So how old is the thermometer?
More importantly than being old, I brought it over to Stevens, and he took one look at it like this, and he went, Linda, this is a rectal thermometer. And and I go, it is? And he said, when was the last time you used this? And I said, I don't know. I don't remember. How did you use it? When did you use this? Your kids are now 27, soon to be 28 and 30. Like, when did you use this? When they were 5? So like, we spend 15 minutes. So if we use it in our mouth, will that be accurate? How much alcohol do we have to put on it? When did I use it last?
So did you use a rectal thermometer in your mouth?
We did, but I used a lot of alcohol because I couldn't remember.
That's great.
Then Steven, who is a great chef, you met him. Yeah. And that's the hat I'm wearing, industrial baking equipment. Because Steven bakes and sells bakery equipment. That's
very nice.
Yeah, so see.
I should get some bread pans from him.
Yeah, well, he sells like big level industrial size, but he can hook you up. He'll hook you up. But he has one of those infrared thermometers.
Oh, so nice.
Right, but so he'll go open wide.
That's hysterical.
And then
Is that how it works, though?
Well, we don't know how accurate it is, but I think he just likes to see me go.
I think that's what he likes to see.
And then he bought those things that go across your forehead. These things on Amazon. They don't even.
We have one.
Yeah, but the ones we ordered don't work.
Oh, yeah. We got really scared because the first time we used it, Steph had a 99-degree temperature, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna die! What am I gonna do without you?" And I'm like, and so I had to check it like 15 times. I'm like, "You just stay here. We're not doing it right."
Right. So
and
those
went down.
Yeah. So those were our 3 thermometers.
Wow.
Our thermometers were rectal, oral, and head. So. I
see a theme going on here.
You see the theme? Like, I can't make this shit up if I try. But you know what I like? I love how people are like putting things out like every day. So, like, what's the first thing you want to do when this is all over? And I love how people answer the questions,
Okay.
I'm going to go to dinner. I'm going to hug my kids. I'm going to go have my hair done. I'm going to have my nails done. Well, you probably know 98% of the men just want to answer that, and they want to write, I just want to pick my nose, But who's going to admit to that? Like,
what's the first thing? Okay, so that's a good question. What's the first thing that you want to do when you leave, when you get out, when all this is done?
I do think it's the hugs.
Yeah.
I want to see my kids. I want to hug them. I want to hug my family. Go out and visit my family, Steven's family, get together. Just because my birthday was the last time that, I had gigs and I did see friends. My gig in Jersey on March 7th was amazing because I had friends from childhood. I grew up in Jersey City, who I hadn't seen. I was a teacher when I got out of college in the early 80s, and I had one of my former students come to my show.
That's
I had
awesome.
like 15, 20 people at that show. I got to see childhood friends, high school friends, college friends. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
And I think that was the last time, like, we were together in normalcy, quote unquote. Like, this is the new normal.
This is the new normal.
The new normal.
It's weird.
It is weird. The new normal is weird. And I just find, like, your head goes to a different place. Like, I just started thinking of the weirdest things during this.
I think Steph and I are getting to the point that we're starting to understand what straight marriage is like.
How so?
I don't know. We've been in bliss for as long as we've been married and been together, and now we're like, is gay divorce legal yet? That's just a joke, but
no, you know what? I think
it's very, very strange.
I am so happy in my relationship. I'm with such a wonderful man, and it is new. I mean, next month is a year for us.
Ah, that's big.
Yeah. And so Stephen and I met at one of my shows. He came to my show on May 18th a year ago, and he still stuck around.
I'll tell you something. Steph and I celebrated our 19th anniversary on April 12th.
Oh, happy anniversary. I know, I saw the picture.
She made kapusta, which is a Polish dish.
Oh, yeah.
It has a ton of cabbage in it.
It's stuffed cabbage.
No, it's not stuffed cabbage. No, it's just a lot of cabbage. It's a lot of cabbage.
Oh, because the Jewish way is stuffed kapusta. Stuffed kapusta is kapusta is the cabbage. So what you're saying is, if you weren't in separate bedrooms that night, you needed a lot of gas X.
Bedrooms that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I was like, I'm not touching you with a 10-foot pole. You're nasty.
Well, that's like for my birthday. One of my girlfriends gave me like this 5-pack of poopery. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope this lasts enough through this pandemic.
Jam that poopery up our
asses. That poopery, because I would like to maintain this honeymoon stage if I can. Yeah. So I just always wanted a relationship to last long enough for me to use up my poopery to the point where it's like, oh, screw it, honey. Don't even bother. You don't need it. I get it.
No, you still need it. Even after 19 years, you'll still need it. You'll still need it.
Well, in this last curbside order, I did order gas X. So for me, I'm very thoughtful. I'm a very thoughtful partner.
I had a friend once who pulled over on the highway because her stomach was hurting so bad. And I'm like, dude, you just need to fart. Just let it out. She's like, I can't fart. I'm like, just let it out. You'll be fine. Nothing's going to happen to your car. It's not going to blow up if you fart driving down the highway.
Well, that's the nice thing about a comfortable relationship. You get to the point where you're like,
she was alone. I was like, you just need you need to see a therapist. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's funny. But for us, so we have 2 houses. So it's just his house, my house. So if I ate a lot of that dish, I could have said, honey, I'll just go to my retreat tonight.
Yeah. Well, we have an upstairs and downstairs, so
that's what we do. When I hear him go, I'm going downstairs.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, I'll go upstairs. We know, but you know what? If in any relationship,
this is experience. The poopery can only hide so much.
Someone wrote that.
Yeah.
The poopery. A multitude of sins.
So much.
But I think, any relationships have ups, downs.
Of course.
And it's something like this, it's just unprecedented. And so I think all couples, all relationships are dealing with something. How do you deal with something you've never dealt with before? Because you have nothing to compare it to.
I don't know. Steph has dealt with me through bouts of depression, where I won't want to come out of my bedroom for like 2 or 3 months, which is a really awful thing. But it does happen. And then we spent 6 months in our camper by ourselves. So we actually prepared for this. She's like, I wouldn't want to go through a pandemic with anybody else. And I'm like, well, honey, we've gone through our own pandemics together. So,
Yeah, it's and it is nice.
It's a lot differently, though. It's a lot different in the sense that I don't want to leave the house and I don't want her to leave the house. But
yeah, it's hard. And you know what? I'm just very, very happy that I have somebody wonderful and loving and to go through it with, because he does understand. When I get neurotic, sometimes we could say something, do something that we can't even explain where the hell it came from.
Right.
It's like, where'd that go? Because I just think people just don't know how to respond. And, normally I'm an extrovert. I'm an extrovert on steroids.
Right.
But you know what? I've been getting used to this this solitude, and so I've had to learn to get used to that. And there are times
what do you think about it? Do you like it?
There are moments I like it, because what's so funny? There were months where I had a gig every weekend. Like there was one weekend in November where I was in, Connecticut Friday night, and I got on a plane Saturday morning to go to Maryland. And then I came home Sunday, and then I had another gig Sunday night or something in the afternoon. I'm the driving, and I was in Pennsylvania, and then I had to be in Delaware the next day. And I remember being in the car. I mean, even this was February. And I said, driving back from Delaware, I had gigs in Delaware and Pennsylvania for a weekend, driving back 6-8 hours to Hartford, going, oh God, I just want a weekend off. I want a weekend where I just park my ass on the couch and watch Netflix. Yeah. Oh boy, you better watch what you wish for. There were so many times that I was wishing for all this downtime.
And then it happened.
And boy, did we get it. So you cleaning closets at all, Jess? I cleaned some closets.
Oh God, no.
No, I've been doing that. I clean closets. I got a good bag of donations for clothing.
Did you? That's awesome.
I did clothing donations. I went through closets. I found pictures. I found things. I found my glamour shots. Remember, I posted my glamour shots.
Oh,
I found my glamour shots from 1995.
Eesh.
You saw those. I posted those. You wouldn't believe the things you find.
Yeah.
Going through there.
Easy.
So how do you So where would you rate yourself? Introvert, extrovert, somewhere in the middle? And
I'm somewhere in the middle, because I definitely I definitely need people in my life. I need the connection. And I get very depressed when I don't have that. But at the same time, I also need my alone time. So it has to be somewhat balanced. I mean, I don't know how, I know a lot of people who are introverted who do theater, and there's a few that do comedy. But for the most part, I think it always seems to me that people would be more extroverted to do this stuff. But when the night's over, and I want to go home, because I put everything out on stage and I'm tired.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hang out.
It's exactly what I was saying. Like, we put ourselves out there. We tell the truth. Yeah. It's our life. Everybody knows everything about us.
But I'm also older. If it was like maybe in my 20s or 30s when I started, I'd probably go out and hang out all night if I had that option. But now I'm just like, no, I need to sleep.
Right.
And then I get home and I can't sleep. So, so I don't know. I think I'm a mixture of the two.
Well, look at me turning the big 6-0. Hey, I'll still go out after a show. What the hell?
Well, I'll go out after a show for a while, but I won't spend the entire night out.
No, I can't. I'm just, it's exhausting, and the travel, and
Steph said we have 3 bags of clothes for donation and sent a bag to sell online. So.
Oh, see, you do. Yeah, I went through the closet.
Steph's doing it. I'm not.
I found.
Steph, I need to take a nap. I'm tired. That's just mostly me.
I found pictures. Oh boy, I stumbled on some pictures, man. I didn't even know I had. I found pictures of when I was pregnant with my son. That's going to be 30, that's 30 years ago. He's going to be 30 in November. And I'm posing, and I was posing like with my belly out, like I was sexy.
I cannot imagine you posing.
And I was like, man, if I don't survive this pandemic, I got to destroy these pictures because I don't want anybody finding.
That's hysterical.
I tore them up.
That is so funny.
There were some pictures. I'm like, I don't want my kids to find these, you know.
My God, that's hysterical.
Oh yeah. Like I told my son the combination to my safe. I'm like, if anything happens. But those pictures, when I stumbled across that, I'm like, no, I don't want anybody to see this.
I'm glad that you're staying healthy.
Yeah,
I can't wait till comedy comes back. I can't wait.
So I have a gig in July if it's not canceled. It's down in Bethesda, Maryland, unless they cancel it. I'm hoping July is okay.
When's your gig?
It's July 18th or something like that. Okay. I have to check. And then after that, I don't know if I have anything August. I have gigs in September. And definitely shows in October. And I just got booked for something the other day, October 17th, in Putnam, Connecticut. Okay. So it's local. But some of the fundraisers I had, they really plan on, they plan on, what do you call it?
Yeah, I just hope there's not a second wave of this stuff.
Rescheduling. So I hope comedy just makes this rebound. Do you think people are going to come out right away? I think so. I think the cabin fever is going to be so bad that they're going to.
I don't think, just in my opinion, if I were an audience member, I don't think I would choose to go to a comedy show.
No, you wouldn't, because of fear.
No, but I also won't choose to go out to eat for a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm so you think too much of a germaphobe?
Oh,
yeah,
right. It's like the back of my car. You would think I'm a serial killer. There's Clorox wipe, gloves, mask. Right?
Yeah.
Think about it. If a cop stopped us under normal circumstances, they would think I committed a murder.
Yeah, what's happening in your car?
Right. I have Lysol spray, Lysol wipes, gloves, a mask. It's all in my car. Like, exactly. So
maybe July it'll start happening because we both have shows in July. I'll be in the Poconos and you'll be in Bethesda. So that's good. You said Bethesda?
Yeah, Bethesda. I'm down in Maryland. Okay. It's a private gig.
Nice.
A private gig. Yeah, it's like one of these apartment complexes, a community where they have a clubhouse and they have entertainment. And I'm like, that's really cool. That they're providing that. Look at that. I'm going to move my hat.
I can see your face.
Now you can see my face.
Wait.
I know. I even put makeup on for this.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Even foundation, eye pencil, a little lipstick. But I've had the weirdest questions in my head. My head just goes to the weirdest things. Like one day I Googled, this is so random, but one day I Googled to see if the legal brothels in Nevada were open.
And?
They're closed. They're not essential.
Well, that's good.
They're not essential. And I really was relieved because that was making me.
Sometimes that would be maybe non-essential.
Well, right. Because it was making me a little nervous. But I was like thinking, oh, do they get a small business loan? Like, Well, think about it. It's legal. It's your business.
Yeah.
Well, the brothels, do they get a small business loan?
Well, they pay taxes, don't they? They're legal in Nevada.
Right. Like me. I'm Linda Comedy LLC. I'm a business, like Kanye says.
Did you apply for any of the loans?
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
Right.
Let me do my business. I was going to do that, and I'm going to look into it. I did file for unemployment. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I put it in.
Ugh.
But I'm going to do for the small business. If I, look, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. If they don't consider. But that's another thing. It's like, oh, they're entertainment.
Well,
but I pay taxes.
They're doing a thing about for gig employees, which we'd be considered part of.
Yeah. I mean, I pay taxes.
Yeah.
As I said, I LLC'd myself, and I figured let me be legit. not that I'm illegitimate.
That's too funny.
I'm legit. So do you wash your shoes too? Like this whole thing,
I don't wear shoes in the house, but I do wear my flip-flops to these conversations with comedians. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm not wearing pants, but I'm wearing flip-flops.
Oh, because I'm barefoot. Because you said
pants.
You said half naked. But when I go out for my walk, I just take my shoes off. But if I stepped in anything, I was just hopeful that dog shit killed coronavirus. I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful anything is effective against this virus,
We'll see.
Whatever.
We'll see. We shall see.
We shall see. We shall find out.
So before we get off, is there anything that people can do to look you up or find you or follow you?
Yeah, come to my Facebook page. I have two. I have Linda Beltz. I have Linda Bell Comedian. I was very, very close to my 5,000 mark, where then you have to kick over to your professional page.
Yeah.
But I started really unfriending people who just never communicate with me. And I felt bad. Like even today, I unfriended 2 people, and I felt really bad. I felt like a meanie.
Really?
Yeah, but no, for no reason other than it was their birthday, and you know how you get the birthday things. And I know it sounds even meaner on their birthday, but
terrible.
if your name comes up, and I'm like, who is this? And I haven't heard from this person in 5 years, and they're
Do
on
you know
my page.
Adam Sank?
Oh, I love him.
He does the birthday and
he does the birthday because you figure you have year to year. So I give a person a year. So it's your birthday. I'll say, oh, happy birthday. A year later, dude, if you don't even wish me a happy birthday in February, I love the people who never comment. And then the only time they ever comment is to say something negative.
Or there are people, though, that read your Facebook but don't like to comment, and then they show up at your shows and they're like, I love your Facebook. It's so funny. I don't know that.
And then I have to break the news that I am.
Here's something that I would say. Here's something that I would say to people who are listening to this right now. If you follow any comedian on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and you find something that they say funny like that, let them know.
No, exactly.
It's really, really important because if we never get the feedback, then we don't know if things are funny or not.
Yeah, and that exactly. And then when we reach that 5,000 limit, we're unloading.
This profession is one of the ones that you got yourself the most. So.
Yeah, so I try to keep in touch. When someone writes me a comment like that, Jess, or if someone takes the time to write to me, hey, Lynn, I was at your show last night. I answer each and every email. I answer everybody back. Because if they're taking the time to do that, I appreciate it. Yeah. We appreciate the feedback. We appreciate our fans. We're nothing without them.
Exactly. Nothing.
We're nothing without them.
Oh, we got a comment. Hold on a second.
Here.
Denise Booth just said, I love you both.
Oh, I love Denise. Hi,
Denise. We love you.
Yeah. See, so everybody, you can get closer and come talk dirty into my good ear. Nah, not my mug. If you come to a live show, I'm selling them.
Okay, Your next live show right now is July 18th-ish.
Yes, it's on my website. Oh, you can go to my website, lindabelt.com, my
Yeah.
Facebook page. I can be contacted through my website. I do a lot of private gigs. I do a lot of fundraisers. I do
Yeah.
bridal showers, baby showers, anniversaries, fundraisers. Listen, people want to laugh. I'm happy. I'm thrilled that people want to get out to a show. I'm thrilled that people are keeping in contact with
Nothing
us.
makes me happier to see people laughing.
Yep.
And to be the one that helps make them laugh. Like that's
exactly. And that's what I was saying in the very beginning. If you write one post a week, Jess, one, even if like once a week, and if you make one person laugh during that week, you've brightened somebody's day.
Exactly.
And that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do, homie.
Hey, I miss you. So your birthday is in July, and
July 16th.
I'll let everyone know you make a mean, wicked steak on the grill.
I'm not cooking for my birthday this year.
You're going camping?
No, I turned 40 this year. I'm not cooking for my birthday.
It's the big 40. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So we gotta throw the bash for you.
Yeah.
The big 40.
I don't know if there will be a big bash this year. I don't want to get sick for my birthday.
No.
That's where my head is right now.
Jess, Jess, I'll bring my gloves. I'll bring the lights.
Everybody wearing masks.
You can come to my house. I'll wipe my house. I actually had my house power washed today.
I know you told me.
Yeah, because I wanted nothing's getting past me. Nothing. Wash my house. Wash my house. My house is getting washed.
So funny. I bet you were outside with the guys going, "Wash my house, bitch!"
No, actually, if anybody needs the service done, contact me because Steven's son did that for me and he was fabulous.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
He's good. Yeah. He's very handy dandy.
That's very cool.
So if anybody needs any service like that. So after you're done hosing yourself down and you need to wash your house.
We can do that. We have a pressure washer because we're lesbians.
Right.
We have all the tools.
Notice how whenever I speak to you, I always have to say, you notice in all my comments, I'll let everyone know. I always write to Jess and say, as your straight friend, as a straight woman.
The next time you come on, we should just preface every sentence that way.
Well, I want everybody to know that I do drive a Subaru.
Right.
And that's about where it ends.
That doesn't make you gay.
Yeah, that's about where it ends. I drive a Subaru. That's about it.
I don't drive a Subaru, and I am gay.
I know.
It's so crazy. I don't know how it happened. Other than my daddy.
Well, I used to drive. Quick story. I'll just tell you what my son said to me in high school when he was in high school. Before my Subarus, I had a Taurus station wagon.
Oh.
And my son said to me, Mom, high school, and he didn't mean anything derogatory. He just knew cultural. I didn't even know, but he goes, Mom, Subaru is known as a lesbian car, a car for lesbians. So I looked at him, I said, Andy, I was driving a Ford Taurus wagon. I'd really rather have people think I'm a lesbian than think I'm an asshole in a Taurus station wagon.
That's hysterical. For the fun fact, the LGBTQ community actually saved Subaru from going under
because they did a marketing campaign.
Yes,
correct?
They did.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
I read this because somebody didn't believe me when I told them that, and I go, "Oh yeah." I go, "Yeah," and they go, "I never heard that about." And I go, "Absolutely, it was this whole marketing campaign."
Yeah.
So, all right. So I have an Indigo Girls CD. I have a Melissa Etheridge CD, and I've been to Provincetown.
And yet you're still not gay.
And I drive a Subaru. All right.
And listen to this. I have an F-150 and I've driven to Florida.
I got 4 things going. We got to go. and I'm stressed.
No, we don't.
And this was my second Subaru, my second one.
Subaru's a good car.
It's a great car. It's
a great car. You can't fault them for that.
No, it's a good car.
I love you, Linda Bell.
I love you, Jess Miller. This was so fun. Thank you to everybody who tuned in.
I hope that when this is all over, we can go to our special pizza place and grab some pizza.
Absolutely. We can eat there, or we could do takeout and bring it back to my house.
Are they open?
Oh, wait. They're open. They're open now for takeout. We could do that. And then tell Steph. Steph knows the trick. We have to sneak our wine in because we don't like their wine.
Yeah.
She knows our secret, or we can just do takeout and do. We know the secret. A wink, a wink. And then we can do takeout and take it back to my house. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight. It was so much. And by the way, I love your graphics. I love like that busting down that wall. You know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna play us out with that.
All right. I love you.
I love you very much, and
I
will.
And thanks for everybody who tuned in tonight. It's been a blast.
Yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Hey, and if you like this half naked conversations with comedians, make sure you hit the like button wherever you are watching this.
Right. So Jess
follow us. Follow us.
So Jess doesn't unfriend you on your birthday.
I won't unfriend you on your birthday. Linda will, because that's who she is. I love you, Linda.
Love you. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.